gracious professionalism. It is patience. It is generosity. It is a willingness to help people who are less fortunate than you or struggling more than you are, and all doing it with a great attitude and a helpful frame of mind.
So how the robot game works is it's a random series of matches between all the robots at the competition. And what they do is they join alliances, and how it works is there's 3 robots in each alliance, and they're random robots. And what you do is you just try to win the match. And if you win the match, you get something called ranking points. The more ranking points you have, the better you're doing. And so what we do is we just do this for about 120 rounds it was with the 63 robots. Everyone gets to play like 3-4 rounds, I think it is. And at the end of these rounds, you're in a place. You're the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way up to 63. And the top 8 robots, they get to choose what robots they want to have on their alliance. It's not random this time, it's the best of the best robots in the competition. But unfortunately, no bots thought we were good enough.
We were.
It was a real bummer, but yeah.
So the objective for this year's game is to get the most points by being able to tip your scale and your switches one way or the other. And the way that the game works is your robots go around the field and they pick up these power cubes, which are just milk crates with a nylon covering on them. And then the robot can use whatever mechanisms it has on it to put it on the scale, and you can put it on either one end or the other to tip it based on gravity, or based on how many cubes are on either side of it. And depending on how long the scale is tipped to your way, you gain points for it. You gain 1 point for every second that the scale or switch is tipped to your direction. And after the 2 minutes plus the 15 seconds of autonomous period is over, the team that has the most points wins.
I think it's particularly rewarding when I get to work with kids who get it, who listen, and I can tell they listen because I watch them when they don't know I'm watching and they're doing some of the stuff that I showed them how to do. Or they may even parrot back to me later something I taught in a clinic or a class or some of the, in some of the time I spent with the kids. And I just think it's really gratifying to go to these competitions and watch our team thrive as a student-led and student-run team.
Our time in Portland was a really enjoyable time. A lot of it was just because we got to meet lots of people from other new teams and just watch the other teams compete with and against each other, because there were lots of really amazing teams there. But what I really enjoyed most of all was seeing how our team did and how we performed in our competitions. During qualification rounds, we were doing pretty well. We started it out in a really excellent position, and we're actually in the top 10 among the 150-something teams in the Pacific Northwest for a pretty good chunk of time. And unfortunately, we ended up around 26th place, which wasn't the best, but it really was a good time to be able to compete with and against all these really amazing teams at this competition.
They do a lot of hard work and do it as a team, and and that is what I find especially gratifying about being a mentor.